In this video, I'm going to show you how to charge 4 times more for your expert services and still get even more clients. I'm Jazz Rose and I started my first coaching and consultancy agency 21 years ago, and I scaled it from £30 to 3 million. And I did that through charging premium prices and charging significantly more than what the market was charging. And in this short video, I'm going to show you how to create premium value services, expertise from your products or services, and charge way more than the marketplace and still enroll more clients successfully. So let's get into it. Firstly, I'm going to show you 4 frames, and I got this from the sports and coaching industry that we used to speak about when I used to run a sports company, which was FIT: frequency, intensity, time, and type. So the first step is looking at frequency. How often do you do the thing? Now, if your offer is compelling, you're naturally going to start to enroll more potential clients into either viewing the opportunity and, of course, taking on the opportunity to work with you. So one of the first things to consider is how frequent is it? Is it that you're doing the training once a month? Are you doing it once a week? Are you doing it once a year? So let's say you do a mastermind or you do a live in-person training as a consultant, for example, and you do that 1 or 2 day training and it's like £10,000. Okay, cool. Well, what if you just did that every single month for the client and you work with different departments potentially, or you worked with different cohorts and you did that once a month? You now take the offer from £10,000 to actually you can charge, let's say you charge £90,000 or £100,000 over the year, and you save them 20 grand because the first 2 months are free, for example. Now, instead of charging 120 grand across the year, now you charge 100 grand. You create a really compelling opportunity for the client so that they get a longer, more sustainable result. The second thing that you can focus on is intensity. How intense is the delivery? For example, let's say you do a monthly online Zoom session. Well, you can actually switch that to do it weekly, and that can make it more valuable. So how intense is it? How intense is the support? Let's say most coaches and consultants make this particular error, and it really grinds my gears, is they would do things in terms of client support, but they won't add it into the offer, or they won't specify exactly what or how they're going to give that client support. So let me give you an example. So let's say you're an agency and you build the website and all of that sort of stuff. Now, naturally, that's going to come with some Q&A, some questions from the clients and some feedback and some iteration. Now, most web builders or agency owners of this type will just go,
okay, yeah, we'll just do that for you, and then we'll send it over.
And that then frustrates the owner of the business, because they're going, oh my goodness, I've got all of these excess calls to do with the client. So why not structure that, make it intensive, make that intensity part of the offer, and then you could say something like, hey, and we'll do weekly check-in calls and feedback so that you're supported all the way through. Just adding that single line into your offer and into the bullet point list of what you do and how you do it for the client can naturally make it more valuable. Here's a little key tip, is add the price point of that, what they would pay independently outside of your service, what they might pay typically for that. So if they'll typically pay 3 grand for those 8 sessions or the X number of sessions of support, then put that into the offer, and then you can say, look, as part of this package, you actually get that component complimentary, as an example. By the way, if you're finding this video valuable, go ahead and subscribe to the channel so that you get notified straight away when I release brand new videos just like this one, so that you can improve your offers, increase your fees, and double your sales. Now, the third thing that we can look at is time. How long does it take? Here's the mismatch that almost every coach and consultant makes when they're making less than 100 grand a month, is they think that the more time they deliver, that means that the more valuable it becomes. That's not true. That is a misconception. Here's what to consider instead. If you can get someone, let's say, for example, I'm a consultant and I help clients to double their revenue in 12 months. Well, if you can actually shorten that time frame and I can go, actually, I'm going to help you double your profit in the next 12 weeks, which one is more valuable? You see, by shortening it sometimes and shortening the intensity and the time frame in which you get the outcome, then actually it can make it more valuable. And by making it more valuable, then you can add in a retention offer. So let me show you a little switch that you might be able to do in your business that can add an impact straight away. Let's say you're charging 10 grand a year for your services, to keep numbers simple. And then instead of that, you go, here's the result that we're going to get you in the next 90 days. And then you go, it's $5,000. It's $5,000 for the first 90 days as a setup fee. And then should you like to stay, should you like to continue to get more value, feedback, insights and support from us, then it's an additional £1,000 a month. Now what have you got? So you got $5,000 for the first 3 months, and then you got £1,000 for the following 9 months and potentially beyond. Now you've got 16,000 as opposed to what you originally had, which was just 10. This is a simple way that you can start to increase and enhance your offers. And the numbers specifically can of course be different for your business. It might be £2,000 a month ongoing, it might be £5,000 a month ongoing, or whatever it might be. But by shifting that time frame, focus on a premium value price point to get the result within 60, 90, 6 months, 60, 90 days, 6 months potentially. And then have a retention model afterwards so that you have that continuity and that you have security within your business, knowing that you've got customers paying you every single month, almost irrespective of what happens, providing they don't, of course, churn. And the final thing that that can really 4x your prices in a matter of no time at all is changing the type of delivery. So let's say you do stuff online and you have a weekly online coaching call, for example. Simply by adding a live in-person mastermind once a month where they get to meet you in person, network with other consultants, network with other experts in their industry that are doing the same or similar things and build those relationships. A, it increases the network of the room and make sure that people are more interactive and they can get even more support from each other. And B, it makes sure that because you've got that feeling, you've got that intentionality, you've got that more physical connection, you've got that eye-to-eye contact in person, it can make it significantly more valuable. So consider where you can start to add more components, in-person interaction and or experiences that make what you do even more valuable. And when you create even more value for the client, guess what happens? You can charge 4 times more, 6 times more, 8 times more, whatever it is, in proportion to the value exchange that you provide. What do I mean by that, Chaz? Well, check this out. Imagine one of my clients that I just had on the weekend in our 3-day training program. She's a healer. And I said, well, what are you doing for the healing? And she was like, well, I'm charging $2,000 for these services and blah, blah, blah. I said, well, what happened if you add in a world-class experience and you take them to Bali on a retreat? Now you've got an additional £5,000 or additional £6,000 that you can add into the offer that makes it way more valuable for the client. And then of course, you get way more cash for what you do. These are 4 very, very simple frameworks and things that you can think about in order to take your offer from where it is. Maybe your offer is at $5,000, you want to take it to 20. Maybe your offer is at 20 grand, you want to take it to 100 grand. Potentially your offer is somewhere in between any of those price points. This stuff is easy to do. You're just going to refine your offer and make it more valuable for the client. And once you make it more valuable for the client, guess what? You make it more valuable for you. So my name's Jazz Rose, and if you want to find out more about how you can do this for your business, then go ahead and book a call using one of the links below. My team will walk you through exactly where you're at now in business, exactly what you need to do next in order to scale it and to 4x your profits and double your sales. And if you want to work with us to help you implement any of those strategies, then of course we can talk about which of our programs is going to work best for you based upon your specific business position right now and where it is that you want it to go. All right, so I've scaled multiple businesses and I've helped entrepreneurs scale their businesses too, and I want to help you to scale yours. Subscribe to the channel and I look forward to seeing you on the very next video. And in the next video, by the way, I can show you how to date your dream client and how to actually start to package this offer together and what that could look like for your business. I look forward to seeing you soon.